Good evening, everybody.
Hello, everyone. Happy end of September.
I was just going to say, was there a holiday I was missing somewhere? Just happy end of September, huh?
Yep, just a happy end of September, that's all.
All right. Well, I was going to say we're happy to see everybody, but if we could see you, that'd be a problem, I guess. We're happy to know everybody's there. How's that?
There you go.
And hopefully you're happy to see us.
I think if they weren't, they wouldn't be watching us. So.
They're not watching for us. They're watching for that guy that's going to be on a little bit.
So it's not about us. It's about the guests is what you're saying.
Yeah, exactly. It's never about us. So do we have any new product stuff, Nico? Anything that you're aware of or anything new you're working on perhaps over there?
I've heard some rumblings, but nothing that I can attest to. So I'm not going to spread rumors.
All right. Rumors are great.
A lot of the tariffs stuff has held things off, but then stuff has been released because the tariffs have been lifted. So on again, off again. But that's why I like the covered hoppers from USA showed up. You know, originally they were on hold until the tariffs, and then they shipped them. So.
I think I can actually answer that real quickly for Marty Koz at Sunset Valley. They were up at the Northeast show this year, weren't they?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yes, they are still in business.
All right. Well, nothing new product-wise. We can go to the good old calendar. And, I said before I had that event submission thing fixed. Apparently I don't because Vernon guessed it would not work for him. So if you got some event and it's not on the calendar, shoot me an email and I will add it. I don't know what's going on. The wonders of the World Wide Web. So of course, the first thing that's coming up are
I blame Larry Otis.
What's that?
I blame Larry Otis.
I blame Larry Otis. Our guest tonight's open house coming up, Robby at RLD Hobbies. Will be 3 days, October 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. We'll let Robbie tell you all about that when he comes on. I'm sure most of the people watching know all about it, but I'm sure Robbie will tell us all about it.
Friends, fun.
Yeah.
What could go wrong?
And so that our friend John doesn't yell at me again, I finally have the Railroad Museum of Pennsylvania's Garden Railway Tour on the calendar.
That is easy for you to say.
Yeah, that's going to be October 5th over in Lancaster County. You do have to get tickets for that. And as always, go over to largescaletrains.com and click on the events tab at the top, and you can follow these through to the links to the various places. Coming up October 8th to the 12th in Lodi, California is the National Steam Up Symposium. I don't know a whole lot about that. It's not something I've ever attended, but someone submitted it to the calendar. It looks interesting.
Cool.
And then, of course, our friend Vernon at Reindeer Pass is having a grand opening. They've moved into a new location. That's going to be on October 18th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And that is all I have for 2025. I'm sure someone's going to pop into the chat and remind me that I missed something. But of course, in 2026, May 15th and 16th is going to be the Great Lakes Large Scale Train Expo. And then we have on the calendar for 2027 already the NGRC, which is going to be in Nashville from May 31st to June 5th. New address. I need to change the ad. Huh? Oh, yeah. If you yeah.
For a reindeer pass, I'm assuming.
Yeah, reindeer pass. Yeah. But what about live stream? Live stream will be happening hopefully with a new camera this time.
At Robbie's.
Oh yeah, the camera was looking pink or something last year, wasn't it? Something weird. I can't remember
It's
now.
for breast care awareness.
There you go. So that's all the events I have on there. So we will show you our sponsor videos that we have, and then we'll be back with our guest. Because
I have one new product to show too.
Oh, now you have a new product.
See, I forget. Well, I was thinking of it's an update to a product. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
Go ahead with the sponsor. I'll do it after.
All right. We'll be right back as soon as I find the sponsor video to click on. Hey, there it is.
The following episode of Large Scale Live is brought to you by Splitjaw, makers of quality metal products for the G-scale modeling world. For rail clamps, expansion joints, bridges, and more, Splitjaw Products has you covered. For more information, visit their website at www.railclamp.com.
Didn't realize those were going to go back to back like that.
I was going to say, I guess we're going back to this.
I got them out of the way together, I guess. Not to say that our sponsors are, just to be got out of the way. All right. So what do you got?
So some of you already know that I make here, I'll take it out of the bag so you can see it better, but I make the throw bar for the aristo-craft number 6 switch. That.
Oh, yeah.
So I've purchased screws. I know it's going to be hard to see. So now they come with the screws and the little standoffs. So now it's a complete rebuild kit. Does that make sense? You're looking baffled.
I was looking at Taya's comment in the chat. No, yours is pretty self-explanatory.
Okay. Okay. So no Northeastern show. Well, so from what I've heard and what I've seen, they are not doing a Northeast large-scale train show next year as we know it in the Better Living Center or what do they call it? The Big E Fairground. They are doing an open house at their their club. And it's going to be because they do have a G-scale layout there. They said they're going to have some vendors under tents. And, you'll be able to run on the club layout from what I understand. So hope that answers any questions for anybody. If I got it wrong, I am sorry. Oh, yeah, there you go.
We'll just shame you later.
Yep. Okay. Can't hurt my feelings. I don't have any.
All right. Anything else? Are we ready to go on to our guest? Without further ado,
up and away.
The man of the hour and 51 minutes. Hello, Robbie.
How are you doing?
We're doing good.
I see you're in your store there.
Yep, sitting in the office.
That's the command center.
Yep, pretty much. That's where all the computer screens are.
Randall says, "Yay, Robbie."
Oh yeah, so Randall, the camera, I actually put a new one up today. So hopefully that will fix the problem.
Oh, good.
So
No, I do not sell SD45 side frames.
Someone asked about that last stream. I thought.
Maybe it was Marty. He's looking for SD45 side frames.
Ah.
Yeah, those are pretty hard to find.
Joseph Lipinski says, "Hi, Robbie."
No, I see.
Nope.
Hi, Joseph. I'm reading
There
them
it
as
is.
they come up here.
There's still time, Joseph. The open house is next week.
I wish I had more vacation time. I'd be there.
This about uses up what I got left.
Yeah, well, the weather should be good. I mean, it's so far the forecast is dry like it's been for the last 2 months.
So no tsunami like last year.
Fortunately not, no.
We can't run trains inside.
I guess if you feel inclined to do so, you know.
I mean, the conditions were kind of rough last year. I mean,
that was probably the worst.
What, the fact that Jonathan was there? Oh,
yeah,
sorry.
rest in peace, Jonathan Strehler.
But now the weather looks to be, like I said, sunny every day, low 80s, upper 50s at night. Should be good. Should be very good.
And for anybody that hasn't gone, I definitely recommend it. It's a good time. Good to see everybody. Good to talk with everybody, hang out with Robbie.
And for those who don't know, you can, if you want to sleep in a tent out here, I don't care. A lot of guys sleep in tents, cars, bring trailers.
Yeah.
Just if the ground's soft, don't back off the gravel.
No, pretty good this year. It's like concrete out there. So you'll be able to drive out in the grass this year pretty easy.
Let's see. Marty asked if you have grain hoppers coming this month.
That I don't know. I haven't heard.
Yep.
I will have to ask AccuCraft.
Spend money. That's what Marty says. Spend money.
Spend money, and more money.
Yeah. You go and buy stuff that you never knew you needed. I know I've done that a bunch of times. Oh, look at this. I found this over here. I'll take this too. I'll throw this in my pile.
And then you tell yourself later on, why did I buy that?
Yeah, exactly. I didn't need this. What the hell did I buy this for?
And actually, the things two of the things I saw last year that I thought were interesting you'd gotten in collections were those all metal ore cars.
Mm-hmm.
They were like unit cars.
They were cast aluminum, right?
They're cast aluminum and 3D printed parts. Some guy homemade them all. They make a 6-set string.
Those were definitely cool.
And then Gary bought the what are these front runners? I think that were part of that same thing. So you never know what you're going to find at your open house.
Yeah, and the same guy that brought those short ore cars had made those as well. I can't remember what the guy's name is now, but he had some pretty nice stuff. Yeah, those cars are hard to find.
Yeah. Chris is right. You can't walk out of there without finding something.
Not without finding something, without buying something.
Yeah. And then Jonathan wants to know if his GP slips are there.
No, not yet. I did get some safety cab Santa Fe war bonnets came in around the first week or so of August. Got that, and we also got some Union Pacific GP60s came in as well.
Oh, nice.
And the color on the GP60s, they changed it on the Union Pacific because the last ones were a little bit light. So these ones here should be closer to being more used to what we're seeing.
Prototypical.
Mm-hmm.
Jonathan says lame. Again. Lame and lame again.
Yeah.
Yes, it is lame that he won't be there this time.
Yes.
But I would suspect since they ran the Santa Fe safety cabs, they're going to run the chassis because they're both the same unit or same body. But I know the last container they shipped over here, they could not get all the product they had ready on it. So I suspect when the 3-bay hoppers come in on the next container, then the chassis will be on there with it.
Nice.
They're doing another run of covered hoppers.
Yeah, it's mainly the ones we do for North Table Creek for Marty Co's ads.
Okay.
Railroad, and then we've got an LNN that we're doing, and we're doing a Norfolk Southern.
Are these all your road names, or?
Yeah, those are the three that I made myself, and then they also have the BTO clubs 3-bay hoppers as well.
Yeah, I was looking here.
What is Jonathan like popping out grandsons like?
Yeah, he's trying to take over the world, one grandchild at a time.
I just saw that you had one, not too long ago, right?
Yeah, and he's having another one.
Hey, they're a lot of fun.
They are fun.
You can wind them up and then send them back home, right?
Yeah.
Feed them sugar and candy, and here you go.
Well, in my case, back home is the house next door. So.
Oh, all right.
There's what I was looking for. I was going to pull up
Yeah,
the
there it is. North Table Creek.
North Table Creek. And then.
So this will be the second time we've done that one.
And these are the other ones that'll be coming in?
Four different road numbers for this set of 4.
I know some of the ones that are on here are already out. Are the I'm guessing the L&N is one of the other ones?
Yeah, those the first 3 in a row there from that one, and then also the Norfolk Southern one.
Oh, the NS is
those are the 3. Those are the 3 I have coming in. And that one there was suggested by Dalton Pfeiffer.
Ah, okay.
They never made that before?
The
Nope.
L&N?
And the NS one, like this, hasn't been made before either. This one here was Valentine Peachy wanted that one, so we made that one.
It looks like an HO car.
Yeah, it probably is a picture of an HO car. I just find pictures that I can find that match,
Yeah.
I don't care what scale they're in, but.
Yeah. And is that the price they're going to come in at? Is $165 that's on there, Robbie?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
I tried to stay away from those. I don't want to start another train.
They're growing on me.
I bought 8 from you at the last time we came up. The 8 the Bethgons. 9.
Oh, yeah.
No, I bought 9 from Robbie. 9 of the Bethgons.
Which ones were they? I don't remember what road name you got. But.
I got the 8 CSX, the silver and the black, and then I got Vinny one of the Norfolk Southern.
Right.
So I bought 9 of them. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, they haven't remade those yet. I don't know what they're planning on doing it. But we've also got the
24 now.
the CPKC SD70 from USA Trains. We'll have that too.
How many do you want me to bring back for you, Nico?
Do they have a date on those yet? SD70s?
No, they got to be getting fairly close because Charlie sent a sample body painted.
Okay.
So
nice.
I'm splitting them with John at Winona in Canada.
Ah, okay.
So he did 50 road numbers. I did 50 road numbers, and then we'll swap 25 apiece and have 2 each.
Nice.
Jonathan needs more Bethgons so he can have more than one.
Well, you can never have too many.
Is it a CSX? I'll buy it off you. They run right where I drive to work every day. They run right underneath the road going to the Newport News coal yard. So I just see those long strings of Bethgons.
I don't ever see Bethgons around here. All I ever see is just the air slides on Norfolk Southern.
We got to see. We went on a tour of the harbor, and they showed you all the ships in the Chesapeake Bay. And when you're doing that, you go right past the coal yard, and they were actually tipping the cars, rotating the cars, so you could actually see them rolling out and then rolling up the ramp and then rolling back. It was really cool.
Well, this big power plant about 20 miles east of here, just over in Indiana, they got a roller in there. I've been inside there, but they'll spin anything over there without using the chutes in the bottom. They'll just uncouple them and turn them over. But I think they get, I forgot how many train load. You get at least one train load a day there.
Mikey wants to know if it's too late to pre-order a Chessie GP60.
No, no, we still have some available.
There you go, Mikey. Get on the internet right now and order yours.
So something I never did ask you before, Robbie, was what drove you into starting a hobby store and doing what you're doing now?
Well, I think it was probably around 2000 or so, somewhere around there. I don't know. I just started thinking, it'd be cool to have a little hobby shop, and so I started doing a little digging, figuring out what to do, and I found this guy's name was Fred Devine, and he had he was like a sales rep for aristo-craft, AccuCraft, and USA Trains, and so I worked with him, and we got everything going, and I started off mainly selling on eBay, things like that. Maybe run a small ad in Garden Railway magazine, and as time went on, each year business started getting a little better. Then I found a better website and got things going. And then probably, I want to say it's around 2008, somewhere around there, because I had a regular day job. I worked for a machining company. We sold cutting tools for the machining industry. And it got to the point where I couldn't put my 40 in there and my 40 in at RLD Hobbies. And so I had to quit. And then I put it, full time to the business, and it just took off from there. It's turned into about a 60-hour week job.
What got you into the G scale trains to begin with?
Oh, I've been a train nut since probably 2 years old. My mom would tell me, the trains would come by and you'd be out there jumping up and down when they went by. And so I got my first train set. I was probably 6 or 7. My parents got it for me. It was Rock Island locomotive and HO. And then later on I got a Line L set. And then most people don't know, but I grew up around Palm Springs, California, and I was at a hobby shop over in Palm Springs one time, and I seen LGB. First time I'd seen large scale. This was probably 1982. And so I went in there and bought the little LGB set, and I had it for quite a long time. And then aristo-craft came along and had more American style locomotives, and I started getting into buying some of that stuff there. And I moved here to Illinois. Let's see, I would have been in August of 91. And I got married in May of 92. And that's the reason I'm back here with my wife. So I met her on vacation back here. And so a little time went by, and I always liked, I'd love to have a hobby shop. And so I started it, and everything went the right way. There was a lot of big competition back in them days.
Yeah, you had St. Albans back then, and
Ridge Road Station.
Ridge Road, yeah.
Yep.
Yep, we were talking about that not too long ago on the show. All those guys are gone.
Yep.
Watts, right? Watts was out in Indiana, right?
Yeah, just up north of Indianapolis there.
Yep. They're gone too now, right?
Yeah, there's not a lot of us left.
Jonathan says, why would you vacation in Albion? I don't know. I think a bunch of people are going to here the end of the week, Jonathan.
It's not really a vacation. It's
yeah, it is.
It's a fun time, Come here and see people you don't see very often. And
I think he was mentioning where you met your wife on vacation.
Oh, I was just here visiting relatives.
All right, he says, I get it now, he says.
Well, yeah, I'm here because this is where I'm at. But it's
and your store where it's at now isn't the original spot you had it at, right?
No, I was about a mile southwest of here.
And that was like at that point you were renting a store, correct?
No, actually, I own that one there.
Oh, you own a building?
I'd bought it from my father-in-law, but my brother-in-law has a CNC machine shop in there, and he originally wanted to build a place here where I'm at now, but the power company, they wanted like 25 grand to put just to wire up a transformer for 3-phase.
Wow.
And so he made me a deal for that building that I couldn't pass up. And so then I came out here and built this place out here, and it's laid out better for me here than it was at the other store.
So it worked out in the long run.
Yeah, it worked out for both of us. Yeah.
That's good.
He still does a lot of CNC work. I can't get him to make stuff for me, but
Yeah, I saw a few people online mentioning about your rail benders. They wish you'd make them again.
yeah, he was the one that made them. And when my father-in-law died, he didn't want to mess with them anymore. He does oil field stuff, and he's always 6 months behind. The oil field industry's booming here.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can't find anybody to make them for me.
Well, with enough money, you probably could, but then you can't.
Yeah. You got to make them. You got to make them affordable.
Yeah.
Of course, train lee, theirs are all made in Switzerland. You know, the Swiss, they don't work cheap.
Oh, that's see, Mike, you remembered to pre-order the GP60s because of the show.
There you go. You made a sale.
All we need to know, Mikey, is are those for you or are they for Rachel? So
They're for his son. That's what they're for.
So the first store, did you have a layout there, or was it not until you moved?
No, I had started it. I got it started just like what I have out there now, and so we had a loop built out there, and then we added on a little bit more, you know, because we just had just 2 tracks running around, and that was about the time all this came along with my brother-in-law, and so we kind of stopped it and came out here, and so when I came out here, I redesigned it, the curves a little better. I had made them, they were too long between the posts, and so the curves were just goofy looking. But anyway, I figured out if you make everything 5 foot, a post every 5 feet, you can make your turn pretty easy. Plus, I was able to get my minimum curve at 32 foot, so that way we can run anything made pretty easy. The big boy or the auto racks and stuff like that. The only trouble we have with auto racks are they blow over.
Yeah, I think
Those in the intermodal cars. We always had those blow over on our layout.
How often do I get out and run my trains on the layout? Never. My customers use my layout way more than I do.
Well, you gotta close the store for a few minutes, kick everybody out, and go run a little bit.
Yeah, they'll understand.
I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to take my two new Santa Fe GP60s and run them. Cody got them done for me, so they're ready to go.
When you can't run outside, you tell Robbie, hey, where's there some track at so we can put it on a floor. We made it happen.
Yeah, it's about as wet as I'd ever seen it here.
Hey, we still had fun, right? We were all having fun. We were all running trains. Jonathan wants to know if you put the room and shower in for Cody yet.
No. Working on it. It's in the plans. It's just the time to do it.
The upstairs, you gonna add another level for Cody up there?
Make him a little place to sleep up there.
You got that shed out back. You can fix that up nice.
Yeah, there's little sheds all spray foamed inside. You know, I mean, it stays pretty cool in there. But it's got a little electric heater if it's cold.
There you go.
Justin used to sleep in there all the time.
Oh yeah, the chateau.
Could put a split unit like Andy just bought on there. You have heat and AC.
No, I think I'm going to try and see if I can make it like a second restroom in here in the store with a shower in it.
Where did the big bridges come from, Robbie, that are on your layout now?
That one there came from John Hurt. All three of them in the back came from John Hurt's layout.
Ah, okay.
See, I died a few years back, and I went and bought all the stuff his wife had there, and all them bridges were there, and so put them in.
Those are some nice bridges.
Put them in use.
Uh-oh. Marty wants to know what happens when you retire.
I don't know.
Oh, never mind. Jonathan said you're not allowed.
That's a long way down the road.
I didn't actually expect you to answer that.
Oh no, I'll never actually retire. I may cut back how much I work every week, but I'll not retire.
If you enjoy what you do, you never work a day in your life, right?
Yeah.
No, I don't think you have anything up on your website, but I'm sure several people know that you're put in some 7.5-inch gauge around your store.
Yep. I got the engine running. Took it out last Thursday and run around for a couple times.
So does it run back into the store to store it, or?
No, what I did was on the shed outside, so it'd be the east side up against the building. I just extended the shed on out almost up to the building.
Okay.
And I got a little area in there. It's sitting inside there with the riding car. I don't have a lot of cars for it yet, but so I got the locomotive sitting out there, and then I got 2 more in crates in here in primer gray for sale. Anybody looking for an 1.5-inch scale GP40?
What do those run?
9900, like it is 20 volt. It's 24 volt electric.
Oh, they're electric.
So yeah, I put a Phoenix P8 in mine, and it sounds fantastic.
There it is up on your website. Ooh, what's it cost to ship one of those?
It wasn't as nearly as bad as I thought it would be. You could get them shipped for $300-400.
Do you offer financing now on these too?
Yeah, it's
they've got it. I think through our website you can actually set that up. I've never done it before, but
like a payment plan.
Yeah.
It's buy here, pay here. Robbie has a remote kill switch on it, so when you don't pay, you can't run it.
It's like a Tesla.
It's we got four QD controllers. The Pro 360 is what's in it. Works pretty good. It's got a dead man's brake on it, so if you release the throttle, it stops like on a dime.
Is that the one you're talking about?
Yeah, that one right there.
That would be better for where we go, because my wife is so allergic to the damn exhaust of the lawnmower exhaust from the engine.
Yeah.
So she can't ride behind it. I got to take her out on the electrics. That would be good for the layout we have down here.
Yep. And then you can, from the handheld controller, so you can operate the throttle. So it takes a little bit to get used to when you're backing off the throttle. If you let it out too quick, it just comes to a stop. But if you ease back out of it, it'll roll to a pretty easy stop.
Oh, nice.
It has regenerated brakes on it.
So that goes completely around the layout, around the building, around across the front,
all the way out through the front,
across the driveway.
Yep, crosses the driveway.
That
was where I got myself. That's where I tore the meniscus in my knee. Was putting in the driveway crossing.
Ooh.
That was in March. But it took about 4 months for that to heal up.
That doesn't sound like it.
Yeah, I guess it tore in a direction where surgery wouldn't repair it, so I had to let it heal up on its own.
Did you use Accutie, or what did you use?
Yes.
Oh, that is a good That is a good question.
Yep, AccuTie. That's what I used.
Yeah, yeah, they don't.
I found somebody told me about. I don't know. It was probably about this time last year, I guess. There was somebody on Facebook trying to sell 1.5 scale track, and so I got on there and I got a hold of her. Unfortunately, I was the first one, and I told her she had like 3,000 feet of track, but it was what they call the standard gauge track. So it's like most of it now, everybody uses what they call West Coast rail, inch tall rail. Base is about almost an inch. Well, this other track, the base is like 3/4. So you got, fortunately, AccuTie makes, ties for both styles of rail. So we got that. And we got 6, number 6 switches with it.
Nice.
So that's most of it is out there. But even then, I only paid like $1,500 for all that. And
that's a good deal.
Oh, it's a fantastic deal. Well, what would have been even better was when I went there to pick it all up. The woman that was selling it, I told her that I'm actually in the G-scale business, and she goes, "Well, I wish I would have found you like 2 weeks ago." She had a ton of aristo-craft stuff.
Oh wow!
Sold it to somebody in Louisville, Kentucky. But I told her, yeah, I could have grabbed it all at one time. But
Marty asked, "Do you have many younger customers?"
I got Cody, and.
But that's that you claim him as a dependent. That doesn't count.
That's like an indentured
Kind of,
servant,
yeah. I don't know what everybody's age is, that buys from me and stuff.
Well, you have more business through the website than you actually do at the store, correct?
Oh yeah. People stop by once in a while. I think I got somebody coming by tomorrow that's on their way back up north somewhere, but yeah, people stop by, unexpectedly, which is no big deal. But sometimes I can go 4 or 5 weeks and I don't see anybody come in here.
Does it get lonely?
No, there's plenty to do. I answer the phone at 10 o'clock, 10 to 4:30, but I'm usually here 6 to 6. But when I first get here in the morning, like tomorrow, I'll be here tomorrow morning. I might even be here before 6 tomorrow. First thing I do is try to make sure that I got all the orders that I got over the weekend all lined up. And
so primarily you're the only one there, right? Picking the orders, packing the orders, shipping.
Yeah.
Everything.
And I have my part-time guy. He's here on Tuesdays and Thursdays. The guy that did the cooking when you were here last time.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, the bald-headed guy. Yeah, he's actually the one who put mainly all the track down outside. But
hey, that looks familiar.
Oh, that is
I can send you. I got a video. It's on my phone. I don't know how to get it to you.
Send it to me through Messenger if you like, probably.
All right, let's see if I can put it on there. I just made a little video. Ray was out operating the train.
Right.
I told him, I said, well, it's time for you to take it out since you did most of the work. He moved. We moved like, I'm trying to think. We have five dump truckloads of gravel.
Crushed stone, yeah.
And it's around 80 tons. He moved every bit of it with a wheelbarrow, all of it.
Oh, dang.
So he did all the ballasting. He did all that kind of stuff out there. But I use the rock chips. I know a lot of guys use regular like gravel for your driveway, but I use the rock chips. I like the way they pack down better. But it works, but now you take the big engine out because we haven't been out on the layout in a while, but there's a couple places I found we're going to have to re-level the track a little bit, but the engine with the suspension it rolls through pretty easy, but you can fill it on the riding car.
The layout that I go to, I think it was started in 1990. And I mean, every time we go there we go there about every 2 weeks, we're always fixing track.
Yeah, there's always something out there that's got to be done.
Yep, it's always somewhere or something or a screw or something, and you're just always working on it.
Yep. Even the layout out here, we'll be out there this week, working on that. So, all right, almost sent this video to you through Facebook.
I'll see if I can pull that down.
Well, Andrew's trying to do that. Joseph Lipinski is asking, is there anything you wish they would make that you could carry? I guess I assuming he's talking G scale, but
I don't know.
What do you think the hobby?
I wish the manufacturer would listen to us better more.
There is that.
Yes, he's G scale. So yeah, he's referring to G scale.
G scale, any G scale stuff. I mean, locomotives. It'd be hard to. There you go. That's his first time ever on it, so he's. It's really, really smooth running engine.
I was gonna say, do you got crossing gates at the driveway or no?
No, no. It's actually it has an air horn on it that comes with the engine, and then I also have the horn through the Phoenix sound unit as well. But it has 2 speakers in it.
Got to put a subwoofer in there.
Yeah, it's actually pretty loud. I can't turn the Phoenix sound up all the way. It's too loud.
It's too loud.
Yeah.
Dang.
It sounds really good in that engine.
Chris says he's taking that home with him, apparently.
Yeah, I know he's a rock guy.
What actual scale?
The actual scale on those are 1.7. 1.7 scale. So basically,
we built when we joined the club down here. I had one of my friends make like 15 frames for us for ride-on cars. Like it's like a T-bar frame.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Vinny made one car so far, and now it's about where it ended. The trucks are so damn expensive.
Oh yeah,
$500 for a pair of trucks. You think G scale's expensive?
Yeah, I have some of AML's trucks here. I've got modern roller bearing trucks, and then I got the Bettendorfs as well.
What do those run?
Oh, that's a good question. Give me a second. I'll look them up.
Yeah, I made a short frame so I could make a caboose, and then we made a bunch of frames. I brought a bunch over there and gave them to some of the other guys. I had them all powder coated and everything. We never made anything with them.
Wow.
Yeah, the Bettendorfs, they're like $475 a pair.
Yeah.
And then the roller bearing trucks are $5.25 a pair.
Yep.
And they actually have them listed as 1.6 inch scales, what they got them at. Then we also got the couplers, and we got the couplers for 1.5 scale, also for 2.5 inch scale as well, which would be the narrow gauge. And they're a lot bigger.
Kyle's spending my money. I don't know why Kyle's spending my money, but
because it's fun to spend other people's money.
My wife does that plenty well on her own. She doesn't need your help, Kyle.
So, were there any changes done to the layout this year, Robbie, or no?
What's that?
So, were there any changes done to the layout this year, or?
No, not since the last one. I will be making some changes though after this one, because I got a lot more time to do it. It's just going to be to the back loop. I want to make some changes to the back loop a little bit.
I mean, I do like the way you have changed it up to this point. It's definitely opened it up a lot.
And so it's I'm going to take that very back loop and stretch it back to the south a little more.
Oh, okay.
And change where we have the bridge, because the bridge is too close to where the track, everything curves around. I don't have enough straightaway between each side of it. And so I'll run the end around and then move the bridge to the very back somewhere in a straighter area. But sometimes, you get frosty even in the winter time, and every once in a while it'll push a post out. And you go out there, and sometimes you can just work it back down on the ground if you find it soon enough. But if not, something got to pull it out, and redo it.
So Mark's Train World's asking, do you have a favorite brand manufacturer to deal with? Are some easier to deal with than others?
Yeah, AccuCraft's really easy to deal with. And probably the easiest of all of them.
And then Jeff Nettleton, have you ever thought about carrying Trainline 45?
They used to on the Trainline 45. I don't know that she does now. I haven't really checked.
He's asking you if you ever thought about carrying it.
Yeah, their brand.
Yeah.
I used to carry them years ago, but I don't so much. That's back when she was still married to Axel, but since she's on her own, I don't know. I never really checked to see what kind of deal they got going with those, like their switches, the Thiel ones.
Yeah.
Those are she's probably not. They're not gonna discount those and sell those, because those are some pretty high quality switches there.
Yeah, those are all handmade.
Yeah, mm-hmm. I know where they're at in Germany. I found them. It's kind of a specialty. Do you want to spend that kind of money on a number 6 switch, or just buy a USA Trains number 6 switch?
They make some nice wide radius curve switches. So I guess I could maybe see it for that.
That's probably the best. Because Bachmann has, or not Bachmann, but Pico has their curve switch, which is pretty small. 6 and 8 foot.
Yeah.
You're not going to run anything very big through it. But yeah, the Thiel ones, he's got one. He's got 24-foot circle by 20-foot circle on the curve, which is really good. But it's $700. So how bad do you need it?
Or you could start making your own switch tracks.
Yeah. It's, I find like the LGB R5s work great.
Yeah, those are nice switch. Those are
a lot of those out there now.
I do everything stainless steel, so that kind of limits me, unless I want to mix the brass in with the stainless.
You got to buy used stainless switches, because I don't think anybody makes new ones now, do they?
I've got quite a stockpile.
That's why nobody can find any.
So you power through the rail?
Yeah, I power through the rail. Yeah.
Okay.
So my thing on my layout is when I want to have an open house and there's a little kid that just got a train set for Christmas, or I want him to be able to come and put his train on the track and run it. So that's my, I always wanted to do that, or at least keep one loop so they could run on the bigger track and enjoy it, especially when I was in the club. We had a lot of younger members come over with their trains, and, they loved that they could run on a big layout instead of a little 4-foot circle in their yard.
True.
A Rail Pro and a GP60. It's extremely easy to do. I see somebody asked RMA 1958.
Yep.
There you go.
Yep.
That's probably one of the easiest locomotives to actually put Rail Pro in. It's pretty simple inside. Pretty much just strip everything out that's in it, and then reinstall it with the Rail Pro board operating locomotive. You always call me sometime, and I can tell you just pretty much how to do it.
When can we pre-order the 3rd KCS USA train 4-day cover?
Well, I guess as soon as Chucky decides that he wants to make those again, which they're sold really good. But I don't think it'll probably be for at least a couple of years. Because they only, USA only gets so many weeks a year, through the factory. They don't get all the time they want. because they're making other products and trains and stuff there. But as far as I know the SD70 should be, I think, in the spring. Bachman says the Dash 9s are probably going to be in the spring as well. And I know USA is also talking about doing the GP38s again. But I don't know about rolling stock. They haven't actually said. And even with the SD70, even though we have a painted body and we kind of know what it's going to look like and everything, we still have no price. And so people are always asking about the price on them, but I can't give you a price. I don't even have one myself.
Did they release what road names they were doing in the SD70?
No.
I haven't done that yet either. Okay.
There was a post up about what they were releasing, but I tried to find it too, Andrew. I couldn't find it anymore.
I thought I had seen it somewhere, but
yeah.
I could probably ask him next time I talk to him.
Huh. Looking through some pictures, I was sitting here. I always enjoy seeing the little Mac Minis running. That's Brian that brings those, right?
Yeah, Brian Brune.
Yeah.
Yes. Say the last name correctly. Don't say it wrong, and then everybody starts saying it wrong, and Brian blames me.
We'll blame you anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Any chance of convincing Bachman of making any? Yeah, I don't see undecorated Dash 9s happening.
I don't know. Bachman's of all of them, Bachman's the hardest ones to work with. It's like, so they come out with the 100-ton co-opers. 4 road names, 2 road numbers per road name. It's like they don't really want to get into the G-scale business. They just want to dabble in the G-scale business. That's what I tell them, but what do I know? I only sell the stuff.
Undecorated costs them just as much as the painted ones too.
Yes.
So and
I hate, they're not any cheaper.
I hate that they glue the windows in because, here you're getting an engine so you could paint it, and they glue the windows plastic on plastic, and then you try and take it apart so you could paint it, and it's harder to take apart than if they glued it into the painted engine. So it's actually easier to paint a painted engine than it is to paint an unpainted engine.
And generally, whenever you get an undecorated locomotive, it's usually, they're just overrun engines. So let's say they're making 1,000 painted engines, and they end up, when they're done, with 30 extra engines. Those are your undecorated units. So like on the SD40-2s, there were, I think Chucky said they only had 12 overruns on the SD40-2. I actually got my hands on 6 of them and sold every one of them. But yeah, that's about the only time you get it undecorated. I can always ask my Bachman salesman and see about a few undecorated units and see what they say. But another problem I have with Bachman is when they made the Dash 9s, they didn't make any parts. None. No handrails, no nothing.
Yeah.
I have the side handrails.
Yeah, well, I've got 40 full sets on order now with the next production run with just handrails. I got a Dash 9 sitting here missing handrails. But
yeah, the only ones I have are the long hood. I have the right and lefts.
Yeah, and most of the ones that are missing handrails are the ones in the front and the rear. Yeah. I think, I don't know if guys maybe, a lot of times they'll get the engine out of the box and they'll run it and they won't put the detail parts on it. And next thing you know, they throw the box away. Well, there goes the handrails and whatever else is still in the box. And that's what happens. Let's see, 55. Yeah, so you're talking about in the Procore cars.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they only made 100 of them. I think they made about 100 of each of the 55s and the 42s. Now on the 4-bay covered hoppers, I don't know on a lot of those. I know on my KCS one we had 102. But some of those that he made only had 2 road numbers. Some had 3. Most of them had 4, which I don't know where they came up with the. I don't know.
I don't think so.
Probably not.
Yeah, Ray thinks it's the ugliest engine that they picked.
Oh, it is? I don't know. I got one sitting on my shelf here. I'm kind of fond of it.
He doesn't like the big space between the boiler. I said, well, just make a block-off plate for it. And then you could sell it, and people could put it in if they want or not. Or you can make 2 versions, one with the block-off plate and one without.
But it's prototypical to have that space, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, I thought so.
Yep, I see that. Yep, you're right. They would. But you got to make.
I was ready to make the gears, and then I was told that they're having just the gears come in, and this is going back already like 2 years ago. I was gonna have
at least they did make replacement motor blocks.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna just make the gears for the prime movers, and I had the mold ready, all lined up and everything. And then they told me they were gonna have them coming in, so I stopped. And it's been 2 years, and they still don't have them in.
Wow.
I was gonna make them injection molded out of Delrin, so they're nice and strong, and or something close to it. But
No, Ted, I am completely out of Procore cars, tank cars. They sold out first. I just see his note in there.
Ted, yeah.
Yeah.
Is there the GP40s that Bachman just made? Was that just one road number per or number per road?
Yeah, there you go. 1 road number.
Yeah, because that was my thought. Like,
it makes no sense.
If I were going to buy them, I'd want 2, and I'd want 2 different numbers.
Yeah. Yeah, it just doesn't make any sense the way they do things. Right. Yeah, no replacement motor box to the GP40s. But I got a note the other day that said they're going to make a limited amount of them here pretty soon, and so I put an order in for them. I have no idea when they're going to make them or when they're going to have them. They didn't even say. But yeah, I would have. When they come out with the GP40, I'd have bought 100 motor blocks, no problem.
Yeah, I don't get that either. But
I mean, there's people constantly calling me looking for motor blocks for GP40s.
Sunshades. I think Nico's already making those.
Yep, I have the sunshades. Who's looking for sunshades?
Paul Torrey.
Oh, yeah, they're on my website. Oh, re-engineering.
Re-engineering?
That's what he's saying. I have replacements, but I don't have, it's just to fit into their stock mounts.
So now, actually, Bachman, they actually did make extra motor blocks for the GP40s, but they didn't make very many, and they're only for their repair department, and that's it. I got after them pretty good about that, and I'm sure other people did as well. It's because I'll tell you where they made their mistake was when the GP40s came in. I got a hold of Bachman, and I told him, I said, why didn't you make the motor blocks for GP40s? And he said, well, it's the same one that goes in the egg liner.
Okay.
I said, no, it's not. And I said, no, that was a totally redesigned motor block when they came out with that particular engine. And then he goes, well, let me do some checking. And he gets back to me and he goes, you're right. And I'm like, yep. So that's not going to work.
Do you still have the replacement motors, Nico, or did you sell out of those?
No, I still have them.
Motors for the GP40? Sweet.
I still have about 50 of them left.
You got the motors?
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
Because that's one of the things that was would burn up on them GP40s. motors.
Yeah, they spec'd the first motor was spec'd wrong. I think they put like a 12-volt motor in. And so when you would ramp it up to the 18 volts, or some people 24 volts, it would cook.
Yeah, you get that smoke come pouring out of there.
Yeah, magic smoke. But yeah, so I've sold a ton of those. Got a lot of those left.
I didn't need them. I just bought them so I had them in case I did.
Yeah, when Bachman did the rerun, the first thing when they announced it, I said, "Just make sure you don't put the wrong motor in it again." And they went, "What?" So I sent them all the pictures of the wrong motor, gave them the model numbers of the motors, so they didn't, so they made sure they put the right one in.
Wow.
Yeah, I see Ted on here is asking about the motor blocks and the GP40s, but yeah, no, the GP40s have the original motor blocks that the GP40s had in them. They did not put the RS3 FA motor blocks in them.
Well, the GP40 motor blocks are the prime mover motor blocks. The FA or the RS3 Eggliner are not prime mover motor blocks.
That's correct.
They were supposed to update them, but they never did because they went out of business.
Yeah, because aristo-craft, before they went out of business, they were getting ready to do another run of GP40s. They had like 10 more road names they were going to do them in.
Yep. Yeah, they sold really well, so they were ramping them up. But
and one of the things about aristo-craft was, they never, most companies, if you have your tooling made, you pay for your tooling, so the tooling belongs to you. Well, aristo-craft never did that. So that the tooling was made by the factory in China, and aristo-craft never actually paid for the tooling itself, which left the tooling in possession of the factory. And that is how Bachman obtained all that when they bought that factory in China.
Yeah, well, when the investment group bought.
Yes. The only problem they have is they don't know where all these tooling parts are. Nothing's marked. We're talking a factory 7 blocks long. It took 2 years to find all the molding pieces just to make the Dash 9.
Well, that's why they did the GP40, because when they were looking for the Dash 9 parts, they found all the GP40.
Yeah, they found all the GP40 parts, and the GP40 is basically it's the SD45, just a little bit shorter.
Yeah.
So, I think the SD45 would do well if they made it.
I know people keep complaining about the price, especially a lot of us that have been in the hobby for a long time and remember getting brand new SD45s for $250. But, times have changed and everything has gone up.
Yeah, everything's more expensive now, no matter what. I know the 4-bay hoppers came in. They had the 30% tariff on it, but that kind of stuff changes like every day.
Yeah.
And so I don't even know where it's at right now. I have no idea. But I know my last batch of batteries I got, they didn't have no tariff on them, so I never got a bill for them. So I'm not going to say nothing.
Yeah, it'll be in the mail tomorrow.
Yeah, but if it comes through like UPS or somebody like that, you definitely get it. You'll get your tariff.
E8s would be nice to have again, but again, I talked to some people at Bachman, and they're, no, I don't think so. I don't think they'd sell.
That's what I mean. At Bachman, I don't know what it is about them. They're just not. They're like a different animal to have to deal with.
Sometimes I think they may be too big for their own good.
Yeah, pretty much. But I mean, they got a great thing. I mean, look what aristo-craft did with aristo-craft,
Yep.
And I told them you could do the same thing, but you got to do it right.
Yeah, aristo-craft pumped a lot of stuff onto the market, that's for sure.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate that they went out of business because I don't know how many special runs I did with them. Coal hoppers and box cars, and we did the GP40s. We did the Burlington Northern ones and Rock Island ones. They were extremely easy to work with when it came to doing stuff like that. So if you get like, BNSF 100-ton hoppers in brown, green, or silver, flip them over and look on the bottom, and you'll see my name on there somewhere on one of the gates.
Oh, they actually have your name stamped on it?
Yes, yeah, everything I made special, they would put there's a stamp on there with my name on it.
Oh. I did not know that.
Yay, my chrome babies.
Yeah, E8s. I don't come across E8s very often. Even buying collections, hardly anybody lets that kind of stuff go.
CF7.
Joseph Lipinski wants an E8.
CF7.
Yeah, I mean, I remember them blowing out the E8s at Train World for like $200 each. They're like, God, I should have invested in those. That would have been better than the stock market.
What's a CF7?
Trying to remember now. Let's see.
Here's why you can't find any. Mikey has 30 of them.
I think Rex Ammerman's got quite a few as well. And Justin probably.
They had, but they did quite. I think they did 2 or 3 runs of those.
Yeah, they made quite a few of those.
Yeah.
I believe that is a CF7. If I'm.
Ew, why? Why would anybody want that? It looks like it ran into a wall and the cab like shifted forward.
Hey, it's all just like flat cabbed, ain't it?
Yeah. Yeah, I never would have guessed. I was thinking a CF7 was like an FL9 or something like that. Let's see. It says CF7s are F unit rebuilds that turn them into hood units. All right, yeah, I can buy that.
I
mean, I
wouldn't buy that.
I buy the.
Wouldn't buy that, huh? I'd rather have the F unit.
Yeah, you got to love it to like it, you know.
We were going to do that giveaway. Do you want to do that now since we're at the halfway mark?
We can do that. We're gonna give away Cody's GP60s. I am just kidding. Don't be jumping in the chat at the end.
Oh, I made the joke about the -9, and you were on me about that. Now you're going to do this, and
well, they'll be calling Cody looking for the prize, not me.
Yep, call Cody. We're going to put his number on the bottom here in a minute.
So no. What is our giveaway, Robbie? What are we doing?
$100 gift certificate
For PF Chang's. For RLD Hobbies. Awesome. Well, let's see here.
It's 100 Turkish dollars. Though. It's not really 100 US.
100 Turkish dollars?
Yes.
100 rubles.
Let's see.
Are you not ready yet?
I thought I had this typed in here, but I didn't.
So have you heard of any new manufacturers coming into the market or hobby or anything like that?
Not really in G scale, no. Haven't heard. I mean, AccuCraft has thrown around, making a new flat car. But they've been talking about it for quite a while. So I mean, it's the problem is the cost to build molds and stuff. But I've got a sheet here. I don't know if we can.
Yeah, the price of molds is.
I mean, they already have a CAD drawing made of it.
Oh, nice bulkhead flat car.
So we were just kind of tossing around making. We're thinking about making it with removable bulkheads, but apparently they tell me it's a lot easier to make it one way or the other. So probably just make it with the bulkheads on it.
And who is it doing this?
AML.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Yeah, it's been sitting on my desk for 2 years here, so it's
going to take as long as the GP60s.
Well, you never know. That only took 13 years to get that one done.
Ooh.
But
I remember them taking pre-orders for that.
Well, it's the first real diesel locomotive that they ever made. When it comes to making brass models and stuff like that, they got that down. But the going to the plastic diesels was a totally different animal for them. But, and, you know, even since they first released it, they've made a few changes to it. Like, you know, the motors, the wiring in the motors, if you were running off of track power, weren't really heavy enough. And I know they've changed that. So if you've had any issues with that, running track power, cooking motors or something, just get a hold of them.
Yeah, I know a couple people that have had that wire melt.
Yeah, I think Ollie's railroad there in Germany, he burned one up, but they got him all new motor blocks and everything for his. If you're running battery power, you're never going to know.
Yeah.
So that's the only people that ever really ran into the problem was people running track power.
Us old school people.
Yeah. I don't know. It's batteries. I like it.
I mean, like I said, I have no problem with it, but I always, just from being in the club, I always wanted anybody to be able to run on the track. So
yeah, you know, and so like for me, if somebody comes to the open house here and if you don't have an engine, you know, that runs on battery power, I got plenty of them sitting here.
I've done that too, but I know that it's something about having your own engine run. You know what I mean? When it's like yours. So
yep.
Especially when you're a little kid. So that's why I do it. But
right. Yeah, I don't get a lot of little kids here.
Yeah.
You know, the city of Albion, every time I put something out on my Facebook page, they spread it all over town, but still don't really see that many people show up. But and you never know. I have no idea who's coming. There might be 500 people coming. I have no idea.
Yeah,
I never know.
How do you know but how do you buy enough burgers? Like, you know.
Oh, so far so good. I've always had just enough, you know. But now the freezer's full of burgers back there. You know, and so since, you know, I used to have it just set up to where it was a Friday and Saturday. Yeah, I call them my 65-year-old children. Oh,
yeah, you're 65.
But everybody started showing up on Wednesdays, Thursdays. So I'm like, well, we'll just make it, you know, Thursday through Saturday. But generally, we definitely cook on Fridays and Saturdays. But we might cook lunch on Thursday. Depends on how many people's here. You know, sometimes we end up just ordering pizza or something for lunch. But, you know, whatever everybody wants.
So what was the first year you actually did your open house, Robbie?
Let's see. It would have been at the last location. So I'm trying to think. So this coming February, make 10 years I've been here. So
okay.
Probably about 12 years ago at the other place.
And did it seem to kind of hit like a high point for you at a certain point, or is it still, you think it's still growing, people coming?
No, there's sometimes that I get lots of people here. You know, it all depends. You know, and but you know, it's I think last time in the spring we had quite a few people here. You know, a lot more than what I thought. You know, so when I first had the main loop, you know, I realized right away that, you know, we didn't have enough track for all the people bringing their trays with them. So we expanded, and they bring more trains, and they expanded, they bring more trains, and they just expand again. So we've got plenty of sidings now, but, you know, some guys like to run 100-car trains, and it's no big deal. Just
my son is one of them.
Yeah.
Well, like the very back loop back there where I'm going to extend it down to the south a little more. The problem with that one is if your train's too long, you're going to come back around to the crossover and run into yourself.
That's a pretty good length of track.
I heard from the grapevine that you did that on purpose.
I thought it would be more interesting with that in there like that. For people that stop paying attention to what they're doing. But
there's a question there. Is Revo having a problem getting components for the Revolution?
Yes.
No one has any for sale.
Yes. I talked to him last week. He said it'll probably be sometime in October, later October, before he gets everything back in. something to do with the tariffs. He said the tariffs are all over the place because everything comes out of Korea. You know, and it's a small enough item. They air freight everything. So, but yeah, I don't know exactly what's going on because like the linear boards, he hasn't had linear boards in well over a year now.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know what's going on there.
Well, I know Robbie has some stuff in stock. I also have stuff in stock. So between Robbie or me, we could probably help you out.
Yeah. I got a few things here. Not much. I mean, I ordered from him about 3 weeks ago and I had everything I wanted. And then it was only like 7 days later, I went to order another order and I'm like, I ain't got nothing.
Yeah.
But let's have to wait and see. But now when it comes to Rail Pro, I've got 40. I got 40 receivers and 20 transmitters here right now. So we should be good there. And I got quite a few Blue Nami boards too. Plenty of batteries and all the stuff to go with it.
You want to do looks like the drawing has.
Yeah, we can do that. Let's see here. Stop that. Where is it at?
Where is it?
Yep, I found it. All right, so see who our lucky winner is going to be tonight. And we'll see if Robbie knows who it is or not. I got a feeling he knows who everybody in the chat is.
No, I may not know who their name is in the chat, but
yeah, let's see who's going to be our lucky winner of a $100 gift certificate. It'll come in handy at your open house the end of the week.
I don't think you're sharing it. You forgot to share.
Yeah, I forgot to share the dang thing. You didn't see the thing roll through. Tim
Stump. Yeah, I know him.
He'll be there, trailer and all.
Yep, I talked to him last week.
So I just want to share this for the newbies going to RLD. You are in charge of the switches in front of you, so stay with your train. Also, just so people know, you don't stage your caboose train on the main line, just in case anybody was wondering.
Yes.
You stage on a siding, not on a main line. Just saying.
Yeah. And this picture here was the result of me not watching a switch from someone that had just run through there. Yeah, make sure you watch.
Yeah, we have a few guys that forget all about the switches in front of you, but you only usually do it once. You end up going head on with somebody, or off the layout, which doesn't happen a lot. But yeah, that's always been the rule. You're in charge of the switches in front of you. So, because if you're running a train that's 50 cars long, you don't have time to go back and throw that switch back. So that's why I tell everybody is you just got to pay attention to the switch in front of you and just see where it's at. But we do get to see some good wrecks out there because people are not paying attention. But most guys follow their train around. Now, if I'm here by myself running, I set it all up. I set the train out there and turn it on, just let it go. Just let it run the whole loop, and it works out okay.
That's the way I'm setting up my new layout. So both loops you could throw to switches and you have a crossover, and then you could run both loops as one big loop instead of having
Yeah, I can set it up that way so that it runs through both sets.
Yep.
Takes a good while to get around through everything.
So you're going to have pandemonium because Jonathan won't be there to yell at people.
Won't be there to yell at people.
We need the enforcer, huh?
Yeah.
Yes. In case you're wondering what you're missing by Jonathan not being there.
Yeah.
RLD after dark.
Yeah.
And your thoughts when you watch the security camera, Robbie?
I usually don't go back and look.
I've had that picture ready to use for some time. No, I honestly don't think I've seen anybody that's gone to your open house and left and said they didn't have a good time, Robbie.
Yeah. that's what it's there for. It's plus you get to see people that you've never seen before, and you can also see how they do stuff with their cars, locomotives, different things. And
Oh yeah.
I learned a lot just by watching other people and see what they're doing.
I think this is one of Brian's engines here. I always enjoy seeing the Wisconsin Central.
Yeah, the one with the map on it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the map, and I think I have the other one. No, I thought I had a picture of another one from him. I might in another folder somewhere. But yeah, there's always something interesting that might show up. I was trying to find the picture of the. It's on your shelf there, Robbie. It's a 6-axle U-boat you have up there.
Oh, I don't have that anymore.
Oh, you got rid of it.
No, my dad worked at Kaiser Steel in California at their iron ore mine, and I had that engine for him. My dad died about 3 years ago, and some guy contacted me from Indio, California, where I grew up, and he said he was the locomotive engineer for that locomotive, and so I got to thinking about it. Told my mom, I said, well, I think I'm just going to give it to him because he actually operated it, and and so I sold it to him and sent it out there. It was funny because we went out there on vacation last year, and I got there to see him because they have a train layout set up at the Date Festival Fairgrounds, and I actually was there when it showed up by UPS, which was kind of funny, but he was tickled pink. Had all kinds of good pictures, when he worked for Kaiser Steel. But they had 5 locomotives.
Yeah, I know I had a picture of it here somewhere, and I can't find it now.
I probably got one somewhere. I just don't know where it's at right now.
That's all right.
Actually, that was started by Marty Kozat. Actually made that engine.
Oh, okay.
And it was originally, I think it was originally in Burlington Northern. And when I got a hold of it, I'm like, man, I could change this to Kaiser Steel because this is what they had, and so that's what I did with it. But it had Revolution battery power in it and everything.
That was like a U25B, right? That was
yeah, and it had been cut up and made longer for making it into like a U30.
And it had the 3-axle trucks under it.
Yep.
I'm just looking back through my.
I think Rex Hammerman he did the Kaiser Steel paint job on that one.
So it was many people that had their hands in that one, huh?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Kaiser Steel. Look them up. You can find them on railpictures.net or just go on Wikipedia. It'll be on there. They had about 50 or 60 miles of their own track. And it ran down from the mountains and it ran down and it met the Southern Pacific main line that ran from Yuma up to Colton, California. And so they would bring the iron ore cars down to there, and then SP would run them up to their Fontana smelting plant. That's where my dad worked there when I was probably 3 or 4 years old. He was a diesel mechanic.
Well, I think I found a picture of the real one at least. Let's see. There we go.
There you go. Yep, that's them.
Yeah, that was what, a U30C, right?
Yeah, U30C. Yeah, the owner, he bought 5 of them brand new. And they ended up wrecking one of them.
Ooh.
Those are Alcos, right?
Yeah.
No, GE.
Oh,
yeah,
those are GE?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, GE. Yeah, that's like the predecessor to like the dash units.
Yeah, because after the U series, that's when they were doing like they're like a C30-7 and stuff like that.
Dash 8s and stuff like that. But so most of these engines are still operating under different colors somewhere else. But because they tried one time, they decided they were going to, iron ore cars are pretty heavy, and And so they decided one time they were going to push them down the mountain. There's only one big problem. They had a big horseshoe curve. When they got to the curve, it stopped going around the curve and just started going straight over the side. And,
Ooh.
and they had one of their brand new units was on the front. He pushed it right over the side.
See someone asking if you sell smoke units for the GP60s, Robbie.
About the only thing we got is like the ones for the Dash 9s from Bachmann. But and I'll tell you why they didn't put those in there, smoke units, is because about 80% of the people that have locomotives, they don't ever touch their smoke units.
Yeah.
Most of our installs, people have us take the smoke units out.
Yeah. The only ones of mine that have them in there is because they were Aristo ones and I didn't have to do anything. But the USA ones, they either come out or I don't hook them up.
Right. Yeah. I never use my smoke units, never. If I could get it to belch out black smoke or something, I might get it.
If it's black, that probably ain't good.
No. Well, like them Kaiser engines right there. You should have seen it. They were putting the power to them. It's just black coming out. But
yeah, about the time I ever put smoke fluid in anything was right before I have to flip the dumb thing over to work on something, and I got smoke fluid everywhere.
I've had like Cody's got a comment on here about he knows how to put the smoke units in them because Cody does most of my install work for me anyway. But I forgot what I was going to say now. But it happens a lot. The older I get, the worse it gets.
I do it more on my steam engines. I don't know, just because it looks kind of funny for me with the steam engine not doing anything.
Yeah, I can understand the steam engines having them on there.
Yep.
You can get a lot of smoke out of them, but like I say, my problem is the smoke, the color of the smoke. It's hard to see, and if there's any kind of a wind, you're not going to see it at all.
Oh, especially on yours because you're elevated, so you have a higher. Where mine's more on the ground, so you could actually see it a little bit better. But
yeah,
here Jonathan said MTH O gauge unit. Yeah, you can use those too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you can get a hold of them.
They're only 9 volts though, so you have to reduce.
Yeah. You got to put a board on there to turn the voltage down on them.
Yep.
Yeah, voltage regulator.
Yep.
Black is unburnt fuel. See a semi going down the highway and he's putting out a lot of black smoke. That's all unburnt fuel.
Yeah, it's usually really good.
That's a waste.
Yeah, but they'll still run. I mean, you can drop a cylinder and it'll still run.
Works the Eagle Mountain line, which interchange with the SP at.
That is correct. Ferrum, California, down by the Salton Sea. So who's D Wells 77?
That I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know.
Smoke unit straight to the power source. Well, as long as the smoke unit can handle the full voltage of the power source.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, you can't do that with a MTH because they're only 9 volts.
Donnell Wells.
Oh, Donnell Wells.
I don't recognize that name. Where are you located at in the country? Well, I know the Bachmann smoke units for the Dash 9s. You can wire the Rail Pro directly to it, and it'll operate okay. I've hooked one up already. Fontana. That's the home of what's where Kaiser Steel's main place was.
You could follow Mark's school bus. It makes black smoke.
Oh, Mark.
Well, I mean, technically, smoke oil is just paraffin oil, which you could buy at like CVS and stuff.
Yeah.
That's really all it is. But lamp oil, I think that's more flammable.
Yeah, that's
Paraffin oil, so that's where you get, you could get yourself into burning your engine down.
Yeah,
Or at least
don't do that.
I know I've gone to work on people's engines to do installs. I don't know how many, at least 5 or 10 of them over the years. I pull the shell off of them, and everything inside the engine is literally soaked in smoke fluid.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm like, how in the world did this thing not catch on fire? You know? Tiki fuel, no, that's probably not good either.
Well, that would keep the bugs away. If you get the bite, whatever it's called.
Yeah, the ones with some, or what do they call that stuff? I don't know. I use them at home. Frank Damiani.
For mechanics, smokes machine works pretty good. Yeah, I don't know what that is.
I'm not sure on that. I've seen some people using like those what is it, like a vapor smoke unit, you know what I'm talking about?
Yep. A vape smoke unit, not a vapor smoke unit.
Yeah.
Citronella. That was the word we were looking for.
Yeah, there it is, citronella. Yep. I kept thinking salmonella, and I'm like, that's not right.
You know. I don't think you want to eat citronella either, though.
No.
Yeah, it's Randall's Mallet.
Yeah, thank Randall for the expanded layout, so there's room for him to park. Randall gets there early and Tucker's out early.
Yeah, I saw somebody else was doing something with water vapor. There's hey, I know that train. There's my cars, I mean. My son's train, my cars.
Is that before or after you hit Jonathan?
I can't remember.
Traumatized.
Yeah, if you look at Google Earth now, they have looks like they took a photo here probably around January this year. So they have a newer photo, and you can actually see we're about halfway done with the ride-on track in the photo. But you can see the entire layout and everything on there now.
Oh, yeah. Let's see if I can share that over there.
JT smoke fluid cleaner.
Oop, zoomed in too much.
Yeah, you can see all the greenhouses on there now, too.
So I'm guessing this outer perimeter going out and around, that's the 7.5.
Yeah, so you can see right there where you are. If you go up, it curves right up to the shed there.
Yep.
Yeah, it curves and it runs right up along between the building and the shed there.
Okay. See, for some reason, I thought you had a track that was like coming out.
It does go around. They just took the picture before we got there.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
He just wasn't done yet.
So do you have a track coming out the other side, or is this just a stub siding there?
It's just a little stub place. I use that way I can get my fork truck in there to set the locomotive up to get it on the tracks and everything. It weighs about 600 pounds once it's got the batteries in it. It takes 4 Group 24 marine batteries.
I guess I didn't realize your property went all the way back to there. I thought it ended just shortly beyond here.
Oh, no, it's right at 2.5 acres. Surrounded by the marijuana company. They own all 4 sides of me.
Oh, they bought all around it. Dang.
Yeah. They thought I was going to sell to them. I told them no. I said, come back when I'm ready to retire. I hadn't been here but a couple of years, and I'm like, I ain't moving out of here. I said, I ain't tearing that train layout down and moving it again.
You could have them pay for it all.
Yeah, well, they aren't. I don't think
So
they were interested.
looking at the addition to the layout, looking at the top down, was your original plan just the oval, and then you started expanding, or did you have this other thought up back there?
So you had the original oval there, and then down at the bottom, it peeled off and came back around and then followed the layout down. And then it did turn around and come back to itself. But then when we added that next circle back, we changed it, that second loop to go down. But if you go down, if you look at that, the third loop out, the one farthest to the left there, we're going to extend that down a little bit more.
You're going to come down this way.
Come down that way a little bit more with
elongated.
it.
Okay.
And then when we're done with it, it will have a siding down the middle, the full length between the crossovers.
Oh, okay.
So, somebody's got a long train or something and they want to park it there or just get around somebody, you'll be able to do that.
Actually, as I say, if you extend that out to there and then run over to here, you could have a.
Don't be putting no more ideas in my mind.
Oh man!
You never know. I may end up. It may end up over there anyway. You never know. It's never done. It's just like I say, generally between after the open house till the next one in the spring, it gives me about 8 months to mess around with it and get out there and figure out how I'm gonna see what kind of
Let's say, heck,
fiendish little thing I can come up with. Like the double crossovers.
Now you sound like Cody.
No, now you swinged. Not swinged.
I was gonna say, heck, if you didn't have the property on both sides of your gun, you could have started yourself a campground out there.
Well, what irks me is the place that has control of this land out here. They didn't tell me that they also owned all the land on the other side of the creek behind me. There was like 13 more acres back there, but they failed to mention that to me. I would have taken that because, after you keep going south there a little bit, a little more.
Wait, the road doesn't go through here?
No, it don't go through. So that all this land belongs to Albion Development as well.
Oh.
Keep on going. You can see where they built that, but see, Norfolk Southern's right there.
Yeah.
So see the new building right there? That's the county's new garage.
Right there to the right, yeah.
I would have put my place right there, right in front of NS's main.
Oh, that would have been perfect.
That would have been great. I'd have loved that, but nobody said a word to me that they owned all that over there. But that's what I'd much rather had was that over there. But the county bought all 13 acres. So ain't nobody going to build over there. But, some days we might get 2-3 trains. Some days we might get 20 trains. You just never know.
Yeah, I guess I never realized that. I heard the trains when I was there. I just never realized the tracks were that close to you.
Yeah, they're not very far away.
You could kind of see them through. If you look through, you could kind of see.
Yeah, once the leaves fall off the trees, then you can see the trains, no problem, come by. But the problem is the county built their garage. It's perfect with my camera, and I can't see around it.
Oh.
They could have built it one way or the other, but they put it perfectly right in front of my camera, and I can't see. I could see through the tree cut across, but they're in the way. So, but usually get, like I say, we get a couple coal trains every day come by.
It'd be nice if you were right on the main line. You could.
Oh yeah.
Be able to watch a train go by while you're running trains and selling trains.
That was the before Norfolk Southern. That was the Southern Railroad. That was their line from St. Louis to Atlanta.
Oh, I didn't realize Southern ran all the way up to there.
Yeah, they ran that line right up to St. Louis. Some of the old guys said the passenger train used to stop about 4 or 5 miles to the east of here every day when they came through here. It's not Norfolk's. It's not their main line up north of us. It's just kind of hit and miss on some days. I mean, you might get 20 trains in a day. You might only get 2 or 3. You never know. One came by here about 20 minutes ago. I heard him come by. But they finally embraced the distributed power thing. It took them long enough. I seen a train come by the other day. It was probably at least 250 cars. They had a couple units in the front, 2 in the back, 2 in the middle.
Asked them if they want to swap properties. I don't think Robbie. I don't know. I don't think an even property swap would be the
No,
one for you, Robbie.
no. A property swap, and they take the layout down, and they. That's what I'm looking for. But nah, I just turned 60 this year, so it's like, nah, they can just wait. They got plenty of money. I guess if they want to pay me enough money, I'll move. But you know, they're about a $4 billion a year company.
Dang.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it.
Mm.
But there's 34 greenhouses over there, and they're all they're growing in all of them just about. I can see all the lights on out there. I mean, it's so bright out here from their lights that shoot, I can stand out back in the yard and read a book at night.
Just pulling up the weather forecast for over there this week. 77, 76. 70,
Yeah, the weather's not bad at all.
partly cloudy, like what? 13% chance of rain Thursday, Friday, 21 Saturday. It's better than the 98% last year.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't.
I think it was over 98%.
Yeah, I don't think it ever stopped raining.
Yeah, I think there was like a small lake like right here.
Yeah,
maybe some RC boats.
No, I checked the weather a while ago.
Mercy boats.
I don't know. I pull up National Weather Service on here, and it's of course, they change the forecast. I think every 20 minutes. But,
Yeah,
they're showing it. They're showing sunny and no rain all the way through Sunday.
If it wasn't 11 hours, I would drive up on Friday and come up there for Saturday, drive home Sunday. But 11 hours is a little much for that short of a ride.
you can't fly in your private plane.
I don't have a private plane.
You don't have a little drone that can get you here?
I'm too fat for a little drone. Big drone.
But, now we'll be ready.
I've got my hotel room.
We will or we won't, but it doesn't matter.
It'll be less crowded this year without 5 people in it.
Yeah.
Did you get the same room?
No, there's. Is that what we had? Were 5 people in there last year?
1, 2, yeah, 5.
Yeah,
No.
Melvin was on the floor.
Yeah. Yes. Well, he was a last minute ad, so.
The pictures online.
Yeah, that's the one thing when you come over there, like there's not a vast selection of hotels that are right there, but
You got to go like 20 minutes one way or 20 minutes the other way. And
Yeah. Well, I mean, a town of 2,000 people ain't gonna have a hotel. Well, they did have a hotel, but it was run down. But the Super 8, there's the one at Grayville, and then you got the one at Mount Carmel. One at Mount Carmel is upkept much nicer.
yeah, that's where I'm going. And where
That's right. That's where I tell everybody to go. And I mean, if you got to stay at Holiday Inn Express, whatever, you could go to Princeton, Indiana. It's about 25 miles. It's another 10 miles past Mount Carmel, but I know the hotel. The guy that owns the hotel in Mount Carmel, he comes to the open house every year. So
yeah,
he always looks forward to seeing everybody. It seems.
yeah. He's always excited about it. He's like, "Oh, you guys again? Yeah, that's great."
he always tells me, to make sure and have people call him direct and not go through the Super 8 hotline and give you a better price. And just tell him what you're here for, and he knows all about it.
I didn't know that.
I always called them
I
direct.
think I put it in my email I sent out here not too long ago. Just call the hotel direct.
I think I might have had it booked by then already.
But yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah, I guess if you're into camping, we got KOA at Grayville. It's a pretty nice one.
I always forget in this day and age that you can still call the hotel and book a room.
Yeah, I remember when my wife and I first got married, like in the early 90s. You carried the little Super 8 book with you. You look through the book, I think I can be here tonight. Then you call ahead and get your hotel reservation and everything.
Oh, gosh.
That was before cell phones and everything.
See, I couldn't imagine traveling without having a reservation in advance nowadays.
Yeah, generally today, if I'm traveling somewhere, I already know where I'm going to stay and everything. But
It's making me think of the days of the vacancy sign on the front, and they had the big flashing sign that said "Free in-room HBO."
yeah,
That was the big draw. Look at HBO. We're staying there tonight.
Yeah. For a long time there in some places, if you're out driving past like 6 o'clock, you weren't going to find a hotel. Because everybody's stopping early. My father-in-law, he's famous about that, driving too late and then couldn't find a place to stay. But at least today you can, have a hotel already set up, and every once in a while I'll pick one that's just a little farther than I really wanted to drive, but it works out all right.
There's a guy that knows all about hotels. He's set up on one most nights of the week.
Yeah.
Sean Fields probably gets the room next to the noisy ice machine and the stairs.
Microwaves, yeah. St. Louis Ritz-Carlton. Stayed there a couple times. No. Yeah. Ritz-Carlton's a little too much for my blood.
Randall wants to know if Rex is going to make it this time.
I have no idea. No, actually,
King Rex.
King Rex.
I'll have to call him this week and see.
I'll have to stop at
He always
Burgers.
has his trailer set up, and he sits up on his throne there.
He ain't gonna have his trailer because I have it.
Oh, you have his trailer?
I've had it for the last.
You bought it?
No. I went and picked up a train collection back in August, and the guy had that was way too much. My big trailer was way too big for his train collection, and Rex is always telling me, he says, anytime I want to use my trailer, you're welcome to come get it. Well, the train collection was way up past him, so I just went by his house and picked it up, and I asked him, I said, how are we going to get this back to you? And he said, don't worry about it, I'll just come get it. And I'm like, man, it'll be sitting at my place for a long time then. It's a nice little trailer. I tell you what, that's it's made for 2 Harleys.
Yeah.
And, it's a 6x12, 7,000 pound trailer. And that thing tracks fantastic. It tracks way better than my bigger one does without a sway bar. I might have that trailer up to 80, and it's just like it's part of the truck behind you.
That's the trailer I have now. It's a low roof, but it's about 6x8, so it's nice and small. I mean, drive the truck.
How many times you ripped your head off on it?
None, because I know it's low.
Oh, you're wearing a hat.
I went to pick up this train collection with Rex. I kept telling myself, don't raise up. The trailer's a foot shorter than you are. And finally, I thought I'd made it, and I walked in there once and forgot about it. I tore a chunk out of the top of my head like you can't believe. I had blood running down my face, running down the back of my head. So I got on Amazon and I found this thing. You fold the rim, the inside of your hat down, and it just fits right in the hat. And I just put the hat on, and it's like wearing a hard hat.
Huh. How about that?
And so I've been back in that trailer a couple times, and good thing I had it.
So you're going to have plenty of good stuff available at the open house, Robbie, to buy? Maybe?
There's a lot of stuff here.
A lot of stuff. I like a lot of stuff.
When you get here, you're going to find some really good deals.
Andrew, you're going to have to do a walkthrough for me.
A walkthrough for you?
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes my head sweat a little bit.
Oh, I was going to say.
Yeah, somebody brought or Donnell Wells. That does make your head sweat.
Way to use your head.
I don't like tearing the top of my head off. It tore a pretty good chunk out of there. I had to have the guy put it back in place for me.
Ooh.
But it healed up okay.
It hurts my back if I'm in there for a long time.
Yeah.
That's what I don't like about it. But
yeah, now my other trailer, when I ordered it, I had it specifically built 6'6" inside, so that I can clear the door without hitting it. But yeah, when you're 6'3", there's a lot of disadvantages in life. I've knocked myself out on door headers, low door headers, and all kinds of stuff.
yes, please, Andrew. I don't know what Kyle's saying. Yes,
I think he's talking about, you said about a walkthrough.
Oh,
I have to see what time I get there.
you're gonna have to wait your turn because I get first dibs there, Kyle.
Yep. Basically, that's what this is a bump cap, just so you don't ding your head.
I already have one of those. See, bump cap.
I'm getting there. My hair's pretty well falling out in the front, but
I got like a little bit right there. You know.
I was talking about my skull because I'm, hard-headed Italian.
Mm-hmm.
Ah.
Yeah, like my wife, Italian, huh?
Yeah.
Yep.
Actually, I think this video, you took that jog out of the crossover, didn't you?
Yeah, it didn't. Well, I couldn't find the right one. And when I built it, I thought I had the right angle. And when I got done, I'm like, oh, apparently I went wrong somewhere. But anyway, Trainly had a crossover that had the right angle on it.
Oh.
And so I got 4 of those from them and got it straightened out pretty good. But yeah, my problem was when I was getting done with that loop, it was getting toward close, when open house was coming. And so I really need to go back and make a little change there and straighten it out some more. But, got to have a time. Generally, if I do that kind of stuff, it's as soon as the sun comes up in the morning, I'll be here to mess with it. Yeah, that's back when I had that little jog in it.
Hey, there's Tim Stump.
Get there, directing traffic. Oh, here's Cody.
Great, freeze frame. Now everybody can see Cody.
He realized he was on camera. Oh wait, I know who all the Peabody hoppers belong to anyhow. So
yeah, Tim Stump's trailer is 7 foot inside. Yeah, I like it. It's nice and tall.
Tim, as I was gonna say, Tim's got everything but the kitchen sink in there, but I think he has a sink too, possibly.
Now the giveaway was a $100 gift certificate.
And back for Tim and them are standing back there. That's where you're saying you're going to extend it out further to the property line.
Yep, straight on back that way. I don't know how far back I'll go. I got to go out and measure it all off and figure out.
Hey, those were the 5 cars I bought from you.
Yep.
Yeah,
it's great. Okay. While you're running a train, you go inside, you buy more trains, you bring them out, you put them on your train, your train gets longer.
Or you wait for Jonathan to buy the cars he didn't want, and then you pay him less because now they're used.
Yeah. That was a great deal.
Yeah. Well, we both made out on that one.
Yeah.
And Robbie sold twice the cars.
It was a win-win for everybody.
Was trapped in the store,
Not this time. This was what was this? 2 times ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a while back. Looks like it's probably in the spring because the trees are not totally filled in with leaves yet.
Yeah, I've only come in the fall. I've never come in the spring.
This video is from October 1st, 2022. It looks like.
I was gonna say this is the fall.
Yeah, and so now when I do my expansions and stuff, now I started using that plastic wood. It's a lot. It's 3 times the cost of the wood, but it doesn't rot. You don't have to stain it. You don't have to mess with it once you put it on. So it's. Plus, I used to space my deck wood about 1 inch between the wood, and now I figured out that I could space it about 3.5 inches, and everything still works okay. So that way, use a little bit less material that way. Tim posing for the picture.
See a video. Oh,
I thought that was funny. Sorry.
I guess Robbie's got to have like ladies' night or something, maybe.
Yeah, right. How many ladies do you see here?
There was a couple. I mean, there was Rachel was there. Your wife showed up a few times, Robbie.
She shows up to eat, maybe.
Yeah, and then
my girls come out here.
yeah, your girls come out.
They just come out for the free food.
Dave Weber's wife was there.
Yeah. And Howie's wife or girlfriend was there. Matzinski.
Yeah, yep.
See, Nico knows all about trying to fit stuff into a small car.
That was this time we drove back because we drove in my Veloster, and I had to drive the whole way back with my luggage on my lap because we had no room to bought so much crap.
In every open house, somebody leaves something here. I usually just stick it in the shed. I figure they'll come along and find it later. But
there's Cody front and center on the screen.
Oh, I didn't even realize he was on there. Who's standing back there with him? Is that Matt Russell? Can't tell.
No, that's I don't know if that Aaron Fowler maybe.
Oh, maybe. I can't
Hey,
tell.
there's a little kid running. There's a little guy running right there.
Yeah, I can tell it the way he walks. That's Aaron Fowler. That's Scott Fowler's son.
Yeah. That's what Randall just said. And Tim.
But looks to be good. I mean, the wind is pretty 3 to 5. It's not bad. Of course, we got a few days between here and there.
Bachman 100-ton hoppers? What do you mean the new? I'm guessing he's referring to the new Bachman 100 tons.
Well, I know because AML makes the co-load for their Bethgons. You got to trim it down a little bit, but I've had lots of guys buy them and trim them down for the Bachman 100-ton hoppers.
Or if you could find the old styrofoam loads from aristo-craft.
Yep.
They show up on eBay and other places every once in a while.
Yep. Every once in a while you'll see them on there. Yep.
Well, we have 3 minutes left. Is there anything else we want to discuss before we call it a night?
I don't think so. Unless Robbie's got something he's been holding out on us with.
No, not really.
Of course, come to the open house, bring your trains, buy trains, camp there if you like, stay at the hotel.
It is a good time.
If you want to sleep in a tent, more power to you. I'm going home, get my bed every night. So
yeah, I can't say I blame you.
If you want to run your trains all night long, nobody cares.
I mean, Saturday nights usually, I think we're out there till like midnight.
Yeah, because we're pretty far away from any residential stuff there. So usually, I know the Albion police, they probably come out there at least 2-3 times a night, just checking it out and everything. But
Daniel Peck made those machine loads for the 100-ton.
Oh yeah,
I don't know if he's still selling them or not, but
yeah, he did. Out of the like the green, I think it was like a green colored kind of foam, wasn't it?
It's insulation.
Yeah.
Keep running the live video for those of us that can't make it.
Yeah,
so
I put a new camera up today. It's supposed to have a wider vision, a wider field of range on it. So, because I put new security cameras up this year, and Reolink, and they make 180 cameras, and so I have a security camera. You can see the entire layout with it.
Oh, nice.
But there's no way to get that kind of feed over to the I think it's Facebook Creator or something it's called is where we set that up.
Ah, okay.
What would you tell somebody that wanted to start a hobby shop?
Well, it's going to take a long time to get yourself well established. I mean, it took me at least 10 years. You know, it's a lot of work. For a long time, didn't really make that much money, but I always put most of my money, I just put it back in the business. And, but yeah, you might work 12-hour days. I mean, shoot, man, I hit 40 hours usually about noon on Thursday. So, you know.
Vernon guessed that he was reading his handbook on owning your own hobby shop, and he couldn't find the chapter on retirement.
There might not be one. So, you know, it's you know, when it gets down to the end, you know, if you want to try to sell your hobby shop, then sometimes it's not that easy to do. You know, but I don't know. I'm not the kind of person that's, you know, going to retire and go and sit around or something. I got to be doing something. So, you know, I got to go till I'm at least 68 years old to get all your Social Security if it's still there, you know.
Yeah.
So I got at least 8 more years. I'm gonna be here for sure, you know, but maybe longer. But we'll see.
Ted asks if there's any creatures that disturb your layout.
Yeah, I showed a picture of one.
No, there was. I came out here. I don't know, a few months ago, and there was a fawn or a doe out here giving birth to 3 fawns right under the layout, and 2 of those fawns, they come back here at least once a week. I'll come in here in the morning, and they're out there eating grass, and it amazes me because they're not really all that afraid of me. I mean, they'll let me get within 30, 40 feet of them, and they're not bothered by me at all. But no, with it being raised up like that, you know, they're not stepping on it, because that's what would happen if it was on the ground.
Yeah.
You know, they'd step on it. And, you know, I got quite a bit of aluminum track in places, and that stuff bends like super easy. And deer will destroy that for sure. But no, I don't have them chewing on anything or anything like that at all out here, you know.
The ride-on train place where I go to, the deer chew on the track with their teeth to sharpen their teeth. Mm-hmm. So there's a section you go over, it's like
yeah. But you know, I mean, living around here, we're pretty low crime area and everything. So I've never, you know, all the years I've been in business, I've never had anybody mess with anything. You know, so the place next door got about 900 cameras, and they actually pay attention to my place over here. And if they see something out of the ordinary, they'll usually say something to me about it.
That's good, you know.
All right. Well, we're at 9:03. I don't want to keep.
Yeah. Our next live stream will be October 26th. Did we have the guest for that one, or are we still sorting that out, Nico?
That's going to be Marty Kozad.
Oh, okay. Mr. Kozad will be our guest.
Kozad's coming on, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, he's the guy that started it all.
Yeah.
He started the hobby.
Well, he started the layout thing. That's kind of like, you know, I used to go to his every year, and you know, I would see these older guys, and they're trying to be derailed, and they'd be on their hands and knees trying to get back on the track, and I'm like, that's not going to work for me when I get older. I got to do it different. So that's where I came up with, you know, setting it up about 36 inches up, and it works great.
Yeah, it is very nice.
And it's low maintenance, which is good, because sometimes I just don't have the time to go out there. There's a few things I'm going to have to fix this week when I get out there, but it's all a work in progress constantly.
All right. Well,
I appreciate everybody that got on and watched today. Do you know what the numbers are?
At the highest point, I think we had like 105 people were watching live.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, you know, you look at live streams for other stuff, you know, G gauge is kind of a niche hobby. You know what I mean? Like, so,
Yeah.
You know, when we started the stream and we had like 30 people, we were excited, you know, 6 years ago, whatever the heck it was now. So, yeah. But thanks for coming on and being our guest. Everybody asked me how much I paid you to come on. I said nothing. I just had to wait him out. But honestly, I got several messages from people. What'd you have to pay Robbie to come on? How'd you get Robbie to come on? I don't know. I just asked him and asked him again. And then one day he said, hey, I should probably do that.
Yeah, I was always kind of a little shy of the camera and everything, but I've used Zoom a few times to you know, talk to people and stuff. And you know, after a while, it's like, yeah, you should be able to do this anywhere. You know,
Yeah, it's not so bad, right?
no, it's actually pretty easy.
2 hours goes by quick.
Yeah, yeah, it sure did. Sure did. It's only 8 o'clock here, so.
All right.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Well, thanks again, Robbie.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me on here.
Yep.
All right. Good night, everybody. We'll see you
Have a
next
good
time.
night.
Later.